Welcome to Neon Cobra. Let's kick into it. This is going to be the start of kind of a design philosophy, or what we can consider best practices for small to medium businesses when designing in Azure. I tend to want to focus on, what makes the most sense, because you will occasionally follow Microsoft documentation and sizing guidelines might put you into an awkward spot. Generally, they only focus on performance and maybe dialing in to, very specific needs for the enterprise. But what we'll find a lot of times is in the SMB space, we tend to get stuck on, say, storage transaction charges, or maybe sizing more than what we expect, or, sizing under the assumption that maybe we have an entire team managing this environment. And that's not always the case. So what I want to focus on today is specifically talking about Azure files when it comes into regards to FSLogix profiles for Azure Virtual Desktop. The fun stuff that sits in the background that, designs and guarantees the user experience we sell to our clients. So a lot of the times you'll look through the documentation and it may end up on a transaction optimized storage account. What this does, though, is it kind of puts you at risk for storage transaction charge bloat. Occasionally, we'll see storage transaction charges 2, 3, even 4x the estimated cost of the storage account because user profile disks are thrashed constantly. So generally, from a design perspective, regardless of the size of the environment, I recommend using premium file shares when you're doing FSLogix profile disks. Now, while it does come at a premium, hence the name, you avoid any storage transaction charges and actually open up a lot of performance improvements based on the quantity of data that is added. Now, the biggest risk to these is they don't auto scale and grow like a standard file share Azure files would. So you have to make sure you size it accordingly. And if you're not using applications like Nerdio Manager for MSP to maybe scale out as it gets within, you are at risk of having your file server and your VM host shut down when it maxes out. So you need to keep an eye on that. So let me know if there's anything you'd like to see this week or in the coming weeks on design philosophies. I've got a little bit of a series scheduled for this, and I'll catch you next time.